Welcome to Manchester Vibes, your one-stop channel for everything happening in the heart of Manchester. Ruben Amorim reveals what Ahmad improved in only 3 days of training at Manchester United. Ahmad started on the right wing in Man United's new 3-4-3 formation and assisted Marcus Rashford after only 80 seconds. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim expressed his satisfaction with Ahmad's swift defensive improvement after the 1-1 draw with Ipswich Town. The 22-year-old started on the right wing in United's 3-4-3 formation and impressively assisted Marcus Rashford's goal after only 80 seconds. Amorim had indicated on Friday that he would select full-backs in the wide roles, but United were without 4 senior centre-backs. So right-back Noussair Mazraoui lined up in their back three. Ahmad started in caretaker manager Ruud van Nistelrooy's final 2 matches in charge and retained his place under the incumbent United coach. "I think it was very good. He has improved a lot," Amorim said of Ahmad. "Since these 3 days, he improved so much defensively, but for him, the opponent he had all the time was the left back, Leif Davis. So it's like a winger follows the left back. It's so much easier, I think, because he doesn't have to think, can I jump in the center back or not? He just follows one guy and goes forward, and it's like a game of man-to-man game in that area. He was so focused on everything. I think he did a great job. All the team did well for the goal, but they are top players. You just put them in positions. They do 1-2 run with the ball, good movement from Rash and Garna. Alejandro Garnacho was also there to score. Diogo Dalot was in position. We managed to score. I know after that goal, with the confidence, we have to have more ball, and we can do it." Andre Onana was United's best performer by a distance, and his steady season continued with 3 impressive stops from Sammy Smodics and 2 either side of half-time from Liam Delap. "I think it's so clear for everybody. He saved us 2 times, at least," Amorim admitted. "And one important thing is he did long balls and tried to connect with players. That was very good for me. He understood the idea. He did a great job." Ruben Amorim can forget Man United quick fix, but one problem has been solved already. Manchester United enjoyed a fast start under Ruben Amorim, but were soon pegged back by relegation battlers Ipswich Town in a game which laid bare all of the problems their new manager is facing. Ruben Amorim seems to think a couple of years will be plenty of time for him to sort out Manchester United. Good luck with that. Forget a bit of a love-in with the travelling fans. Forget the flying start, courtesy of a rare Marcus Rashford goal. This was a Manchester United performance that told Amorim that there are not many departments of this squad that are free from deficiencies. This is a squad in need of a physical, technical, and mental overhaul if it is to reclaim its powerhouse status. It might take more than the 2.5 seasons Amorim has on his contract to perform that sort of task. But if there is one position that needs minimal scrutiny from Amorim, then it is the one occupied by Andre Onana, a player who is turning out to be the best signing of the Erik ten Hag era. Not that the competition in that particular field is overly fierce. But for a good while after Onana arrived, he was seen as Exhibit A in the evidence against Ten Hag's judgment, thanks to a litany of mistakes in the first few months of his Old Trafford career. It looked as though a club that had cornered the market in high-end, expensive duds had bagged themselves another. And that was after allowing David De Gea, a perennial player of the season, to walk out of the door for nothing. Onana might have seemed a confident young man, most keepers are, but the weight of a United jersey seemed to be an issue. But Ten Hag had faith and, although the Dutchman has gone, Onana has justified his former manager's belief. Inside the wider fight, Portman Road featured a contest between Onana and the powerhouse that is Liam Delap. While Delap should have scored from a glorious first-half chance, Onana's save from the Ipswich striker's close-range effort was remarkable. It was a classic Peter Schmeichel star-shaped maneuver, an instinctively skillful diversion of the shot with his right arm. And Onana doubled Delap's exasperation in the second half when a flick from a couple of yards found the Cameroon keeper's right boot. But it was not only Onana's reflexes that were invaluable to United and Amorim, it was his calmness. His distribution is still open to considerable improvement, but it is becoming safer and more assured. And his decisiveness is growing, claiming the ball from Ipswich crosses on more than one occasion. Top-class goalkeepers make it look easy because their positioning is more or less always spot on. And Onana's positioning is generally as immaculate as you could hope for. He was beaten from long range by Omari Hutchison for the equalizer, but the inadvertent flick off the crown of Nusser Mazraoui's head was the reason for that. And Onana was in the right place to comfortably collect Connor Chaplin's late effort when the Ipswich substitute had been given a very decent chance to claim a winner. There would have been few complainants had the home team nicked a win, but parity was fair. And no one did more to ensure parity than Onana did. Game 1 will have told Amorim he has a whole host of problems to address. But the goalkeeper is not one of them. Manchester United face new Marcus Rashford transfer battle as £50 million route emerges. Latest Manchester United transfer news as PSG reportedly want Marcus Rashford plus pursuit of Ederson. Paris Saint-Germain have reignited their interest in Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford. According to reports, the United Academy graduate added to his Premier League tally on Sunday as he opened the scoring during their 1-1 draw with Ipswich Town. Rashford was on target during a week where he once again came in for criticism. Gary Neville was among the critics after Rashford spent time across the Atlantic in America during the international break, with midfielder Casemiro also scrutinized for his trip stateside. In recent months, Rashford has been linked with an Old Trafford departure, with PSG reportedly among those to be monitoring his future at the Theatre of Dreams. According to Rudy Galletti of Team Talk, the League One giants have reignited their interest ahead of the January transfer window. It has been suggested that manager Luis Enrique is unhappy with his attacking options at the Parc des Princes and wants to bring in reinforcements. The report adds that Randal Kolo Muani could leave the club in January amid concerns from the Parisians' boss over his performances so far. Enrique is said to be an admirer of the England international, and PSG supposedly spoke to Rashford in the summer. However, they have lodged interest again, while United's stance remains that he is a key player. Rashford has 4 years remaining on his current contract, which hands United the advantage should negotiations progress. But the report suggests that the 27-year-old is happy in Greater Manchester. Meanwhile, it has been claimed that United are ready to pounce on in-demand Atlanta midfielder Ederson. According to reports, Ederson has courted interest from Newcastle United and Liverpool previously, but Ruben Amorim could look to make the Brazilian one of his first additions. Chronicle Live have relayed a story from Sky Sports Germany, which suggests that United could table an offer at the turn of the year. Journalist Florian Plettenberg said, "Manchester United are discussing and considering Ederson, a player who is highly valued internally. The club is looking for reinforcement in his position, possibly as early as the winter transfer window. The 25-year-old central midfielder has a contract with Atlanta Bergamo until 2027. One to watch." Transfer rumors. News. PSG plot January move for Rashford. Marcus Rashford found the net for Manchester United on Sunday and could find himself at a new club if Paris Saint-Germain get their way, while Chelsea will rival Arsenal in the race for Alexander Isak. Join us for the latest transfer news. Rumors and gossip from around the globe. Paris Saint-Germain boss Luis Enrique is unhappy with his squad's attacking options and is planning a move for Manchester United striker Marcus Rashford in January, according to Team Talk. PSG and Rashford's representatives met in the summer and could meet again before January, though the Old Trafford hierarchy are adamant that the 27-year-old isn't available. Rashford scored after just 90 seconds as United drew 1-1 away at Ipswich Town in Ruben Amorim's first game in charge on Sunday, though new boss has been heavily linked with a move for former charge Victor Gyökeres. Chelsea will battle cross-city rivals Arsenal for the signing of Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak and have made inquiries about bringing the 25-year-old to West London, according to Team Talk. Sweden international Isak is said to have doubts about his future at St. James Park and, in particular, he's growing increasingly frustrated by not being involved in the UEFA Champions League. Newcastle are keen to fend off interest from other clubs by offering their attacking talisman a lucrative new contract, but Chelsea reportedly believe a bold offer could lure the striker to Stamford Bridge. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola is eyeing a move for AFC Bournemouth's informed defender Ilya Zabarnyi, according to Football Insider. Zabarnyi, 22, has been ever-present for the Cherries under boss Andoni Iraola and has shown on the South Coast this season. Guardiola has been impressed with the centre-back, and his age, talent and experience appear to be the perfect fix for a Man City defense that has leaked 10 goals in the last 3 matches in all competitions. Barcelona striker Robert Lewandowski has already hit 20 goals this season, 6 shy of his total tally of 26 last year, and his form has prompted a 1-year contract extension. According to Sport, the Poland international, 36, is in the last year of his contract but is showing little sign of slowing down, and the Blaugrana are moving quick to tie him down beyond the end of the current campaign. I almost signed for Man United and Liverpool. Now Man City and Erling Haaland are in my sights. City are in dire need of a win over Feyenoord on Tuesday after losing 5 games in succession. In the midst of the summer transfer window, one Feyenoord defender attracted serious interest from both Manchester United and Liverpool. David Hanko had just impressed for Slovakia at Euro 2024, and the centre-half was a favourite under Arne Slot, as he won the Eredivisie and the Dutch Cup during his time in charge at De Kuip. Liverpool were monitoring possible centre-half cover with Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah linked with moves away from Anfield. Similarly, United were keen to sign 3 centre-halves in the summer, and after the signings of Matthijs de Ligt and Lenny Yoro represented a significant outlay, Hanko, who can also play at left-back, was seen as a possible cut-price option. In the end, a move never materialized and Hanko remained in Rotterdam, where has become an important cog in new manager Brian Prisk's system. Feyenoord make the trip to the Etihad Stadium on Tuesday, just 1 point adrift of City in the Champions League table. Both of their wins so far have come away from home, as they beat Spanish side Girona 3-2 and dominated Benfica in an impressive 3-1 win in Lisbon. Their domestic form has dipped since Slot's departure, but the incentive of taking advantage of a City side who have lost 5 games in a row to secure a win that would move them ahead of the Premier League champions will be huge. Hanko will be the man tasked with keeping Erling Haaland quiet in Manchester, and, if he wants to prove his quality to potential Premier League suitors, there will be no better audition than that. If he does, then a big club may well come calling in January, but, more worryingly for City, it could compound their misery ahead of Sunday's huge trip to Liverpool in the Premier League. Man United told to consider hijacking Liverpool transfer deal for Arne Slot forward target. Omar Marmish has been a revelation this season for Eintracht Frankfurt, and Sir Alex Ferguson's former assistant René Meulenstein believes he could be a big hit at Old Trafford if Manchester United were willing to pounce. Sir Alex Ferguson's former number 2 René Meulenstein has claimed Liverpool transfer target Omar Marmish would be a great fit for Manchester United. The highly coveted Egyptian has already hit double figures for both goals and assists this season for Eintracht Frankfurt as Red Scouts continue to track the player's development closely. However, Meulenstein has noted that Marmish would also represent an admirable buy for United if Ruben Amorim wishes to add some extra firepower to his attack, as the Bundesliga starlet has the quality to prove a hit for a top Premier League club. The Dutchman told Egyptian news channel Al Kahira, "Marmish has great potential and could be a valuable addition to any big club, including Manchester United. He is very skillful and can score goals. He is performing well with Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga and has already caught the attention of some Premier League clubs. I think he has the talent to succeed in the Premier League if given the opportunity." Marmish, 25, has also attracted interest from Bayern Munich. However, it's understood that his preference is to test himself on English shores should he depart Eintracht Frankfurt. The prolific forward, who can play on either flank or through the middle, recently received praise from international teammate Mohamed Salah. Salah, speaking in the UAE last week, was keen to play down comparisons with his compatriot, stating, "There are not many players from Egypt and the Arab countries who went to Europe and fought for success, and Marmish is one of them. I think he has great potential. He is an important player for his team and the national team. I want to stop making comparisons to make his life easier. I want people to stop comparing him to me, saying he will be the new Salah and will do what he did and surpass it. That will put him under pressure all the time and will not help the player. You will compare him to a player who has been very successful over the past years, but he is still starting his career. Let him live his experience and be happy with it. Comparisons will not benefit him. Let him do something of his own and in his own direction, away from my career." Free kick specialist Marmish was the subject of multiple bids from Nottingham Forest this summer, and is now valued at upwards of £50 million, but Frankfurt are under no pressure to sell this January. Man United transfer news. Red Devils suffer blow in pursuit of Bayern Munich midfielder Leon Goretzka. Bayern Munich director of sport Max Eberl has branded Leon Goretzka an important part of the team, with the German giants working to keep hold of the central midfielder. There is currently a host of speculation surrounding Goretzka's future, with Manchester United believed to be determined to sign the Germany international during the January transfer window. Red Devils head coach Ruben Amorim is thought to be keen to bring in a new midfielder in January, and Goretzka has allegedly been identified as a target due to his difficult situation in Munich. The 29-year-old has found it tough to secure regular starts this term, but he has been named in Bayern's starting side for their last 2 league matches, providing an assist in Friday's 3-0 success over Augsburg. João Palhinha's recent injury has opened the door for Goretzka to potentially enjoy a run in the side, with the latter likely to start against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League next week. Bayern fighting to keep Goretzka amid Man United talk. Goretzka only has a contract at Allianz Arena until June 2026, but Eberl has said that the club are planning to open discussions over a new deal in the near future, having previously spoken with his representatives during the summer. We will discuss what the future holds with him again. We spoke to Goretzka in the summer and he decided to stay. We are happy that he's here. He's an important part of the team. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano quotes Eberl as saying, Goretzka made the move to Bayern from Schalke 04 in July 2018, and he has represented the Munich Giants on 231 occasions in all competitions, scoring 41 goals and registering 47 assists in the process. Amorim is said to be keen to bring a number 8 to Man United in January, and a low-cost deal for Goretzka is said to be attractive for the Red Devils due to his quality and skill set. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches and boasting an impressive frame, Goretzka would bring a presence to the Man United midfield, while he has won 5 Bundesliga titles, 2 German Cups and the Champions League during his time at Allianz Arena. What would Goretzka's arrival mean for Casemiro, Eriksen? Casemiro and Christian Eriksen both started Man United's 1-1 draw with Ipswich Town in the Premier League on Sunday afternoon. However, the former was replaced early in the second period by Manuel Ugarte, before Joshua Zirkzee came on for Eriksen in the 68th minute, with both players struggling to make their mark. Eriksen is out of contract next summer and is unlikely to be offered a new deal, while Casemiro is also being heavily linked with a departure, with the Brazilian not thought to be in Amorim's long-term plans. There was good news from a midfield point of view against Ipswich, though with Kobbie Mainoo back on the bench, and the England international could make his first appearance in nearly 2 months when Man United returned to action against Bodo/Glimt in the Europa League on Thursday night. Waste of time. Ruben Amorim reveals one thing he definitely won't do at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim is preparing to take charge of Man United for the first time at Portman Road against Ipswich Town this afternoon. Ruben Amorim believes it would be a waste of time for him to analyze what went wrong for previous managers at Manchester United. Amorim takes charge of his first game as United manager this afternoon as his side travel to Portman Road to face Ipswich. United are looking to secure their 3rd straight win in all competitions and will be just 4 points off the top 4 if they can take all 3 points from their clash with Ipswich. Amorim held his first pre-match press conference at the club on Friday and also sat down with Gary Neville to react on his move to United and discuss his plans for the future. Neville asked Amorim what he thought had gone wrong for the managers who have taken charge of the club since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure, and whether there were any tips he could take from their spells in charge. That is a hard question to answer, he replied. They have more experience than me. What I can speak about is that they, United, contacted me to be here because they saw something, so I will do my thing. I will not try to find out the right thing to do, try to find out what was missing with Erik ten Hag, with Jose Mourinho, with Louis van Gaal. I will not try that. I think it's a waste of time. They reached me because they saw something and I do something in a clear way. You know what you will get, so hopefully I will continue to do that, and that is my main focus. I really don't know what they, previous United managers, miss here, but I think I know I will do my thing. Do it my way and try to find out what is missing in my way of seeing football. Premier League forced to release 2 Man United VAR statements in freak Ipswich drama. Manchester United news as the Premier League addressed the VAR outage during the 1-1 draw against Ipswich Town. Premier League football returned this weekend after the final international window of 2024, and it wasn't without VAR drama. Manchester United secured a 1-1 draw away at Ipswich Town on Sunday evening in Ruben Amorim's first game in charge of the club. Marcus Rashford opened the scoring inside the opening few minutes, but his strike was cancelled out by an outstanding goal from Omari Hutchinson before halftime. While there wasn't any majorly controversial referee or VAR decisions during the game, the Premier League Match Centre was forced to make a statement before the break confirming the technology had been disabled for a freak reason. Anthony Taylor pulled the two captains aside to inform them VAR wasn't operational due to a fire alarm sounding at Stockley Park. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.